This is WizardShack. It's a podcast of sorts. Or so they say.
Or so they say. Yeah, no, we're live. So I watched all 3 of these episodes, which is a fucking ordeal.
Is this the end of the season?
Mm-hmm. I watched.
So the finale.
I watched 6, 7, and 8, and they were awful.
That's it. They do eight seasons, 8 episodes total.
I think they did 10 last year, but I think they just don't give a shit about the show anymore. I mean, there were battles.
Right, that's the Gandalf ripoff thing.
Oh yeah. That is Gandalf in the show.
Gandalf,
or so they used to call me. Or so that's what they'll call me.
OFF.
Yeah, so many lines that are directly ripped off from the trilogy, and it's like at least 4 or 5.
They should sue for that, but how does that work?
They could sue for that because they don't have the rights to the.
But it's not like libel. Like, what would the charge be?
It's interesting. I know. Yeah, it's hard to say because even like those Lord of the Rings,
what they're trying to sue,
they don't.
Oh,
but that script of like
right, because the son doesn't want to whore out all the properties, right? So they found all this extra bullshit that was like a loophole.
They only bought the Lord of the Rings appendices. That's all they have.
Maybe that's why it's so bad, though, is because like they don't have enough work. So
probably
everything is like so stretched thin to begin with.
So many things are like off too. It's just they're really like they don't give a shit. At this point, it's like they don't fucking care. It's just
that's what I was saying with Star Wars. It's like that corpse has been fucked to shit 7 ways, and it's so bad now that like instead of people thinking of the original series, they're just thinking about like the Anakin stuff, and then maybe because just of like how bad and stupid and mean now it gets, and then it's like Baby Yoda, and it's like there's so much shit that's buffering getting to the actual good stuff of the original. It's kind of sad.
Exactly. It is sad. That's a shell of itself.
Whether like people like it or not, there's like a whole.
Lost you there. What happened?
And all they know is the shit that just came out.
Yeah, I mean that's the same thing with this. You know, like exactly what you said. Like there will be people that think of Lord of the Rings and they'll think of this, and it's terrible. You know, like
that's what's good about that Dune reboot, because people didn't give a shit about the source material that much to where it's almost really good that they tried to bring it back, because now it's in such a much better light. Even though I know people like the David Lynch version, he personally hates it and wishes that it never happened.
His name is off of it. I'm almost positive.
He didn't get final cut, and he was overwhelmed. It was like too much for him to handle the whole thing. Like it was just too big of a budget.
And that kind of story just doesn't
never do it again. And then, he had that like offer to do stuff with George Lucas, and he just said he had like a horrible experience meeting him. And
I just don't think that story.
I don't feel that clip of like what he was talking about when he met him, but it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that whole clip is hilarious with the salad, and he's like getting a headache hearing.
Yeah, they went to a place that only had salads, and he's like, he prefaced it was like, I like salads, but this place only had salads, which I mean, I could see that working. There's a lot of ways to do a lot of different salads.
You throw some chicken in there, I'm fine with a salad.
No, I'm just saying like the base of it, like there's so many different vegetable options, then protein, then extra stuff like nuts and stuff like that and shit. And then also dressings. I could see that being really good.
Just like George Lucas though, looking at that neck, doesn't strike me as a salad guy.
Turkey neck.
Doesn't strike me as a salad guy. I'm just gonna
play the clip of
I got that clip. I haven't played a clip in a while.
You have every honor that a man could have. You've got almost Oscars. No Oscar. No Oscars.
The winner is Woody Allen for Annie Hall.
Thank you for doing this.
I know how to make movies. I went to film school. I have a knack for it. I studied it very well and practiced, and I know
Thank
what
you for
I'm
doing
doing.
this.
Yeah, we can't show the Men in Black Tim Robinson clip anymore, right?
No, it's done. You can't show anything. Tim Robinson shit's done.
That shit was so good. That and the Disney one that you found.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Haven't played that in a while.
Oh shit! You made that just
Yeah, you
recently?
know what? A while ago. It's actually in my it's in my list. I must have made it a while ago.
I don't remember you using it though.
I don't think because there was a while where there's a long period of time where we're not talking about this show because it was off, and it's just like, who gives a shit about this terrible show?
Yeah.
I
don't know. It's weird to say how bad it is because.
Oh, it's better. I'll admit it.
Actors have been waterboarded through that first season to where this is like so much more refreshing and better. Where they, think
I'll admit it.
That's how bad it is. Like when what you're referencing is so fucking terrible. Even something that's at best mediocre is like the greatest thing of all time. That's the levels they've sunk it down to.
Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy part about this is it's really, really bad. This season's really, really bad, but it's still like fucking head and shoulders above the last season, which is like that's a sight. That's a sight to see. That first season's so fucking bad. This is pretty bad too. It has a battle sequence that goes over 2 episodes, but it was the most boring battle I ever fucking watched. It's just,
they're trying to do some Two Towers type thing.
Oh, they're trying to like get people in on like Game of Thrones, you know, like it just does not work. It's a boring, but I don't know, boring battle. I don't think there's any. And they also have so many references to like the Lord of the Rings series. Like there's a point where this Asian woman elf, by the way, that sounds crazy. Asian woman elf gets like 3-4 hours and arrows in her. You know, like Boromir. You know when Boromir is dying, like the sacrifice Boromir.
When he's the elf that like
no Boromir, the man, he's a man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the elf in Two Towers that gets killed. Remember him?
Well, that whole thing gets thrown. You know, like where it gets really dark and sad that you're seeing an elf die. That kind of is in this too. It's in this, like they take every beat that they can from the fucking trilogy that was like, you know, like meaningful, and
but
they
an elf
reuse
dying
it.
is more impactful than anybody else because they have the choice of being what's the term? They can live forever.
Yeah, well, that's why I was saying
immortal. They can be immortal if they choose to.
Oh, of course, yeah. But
yeah, I gotta say, I don't know if you remember when we saw Return of the King and they were all like walking on the boat and shit.
Yeah,
like there were like legit a ton of people crying in the movie.
No, I remember.
It's crazy to think about a movie having that level of impact. I can't remember other than maybe when I saw Titanic when I was really young with like my sister and stuff. People like openly weeping that hard during a movie. It was fucking weird.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I'm actually very.
Most shit is just so like I don't know. It's just like everyone's like so indifferent to what they're expecting to begin with. It's hard to get that level of fandom and like zeitgeist. The last thing I think of was maybe like the Barbie movie or something.
I mean, that did a good job with that whole thing. But yeah, fucking.
Did you see Titanic in theaters?
Yeah, I definitely saw that. Also,
I saw it twice, and I wasn't even trying to.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it was the thing. It was the thing. That also, like in this show, by the way, that they try to like make a relationship thing with Galadriel and Elrond.
Oh, they probably had better luck with an aluminum bat.
Well, the whole thing with that is that that's like his mother-in-law. If you know anything
like weird Kevin Bacon 6 degrees separation incest.
I mean, I saw this. I'm gonna play this. This was kind of accurate because someone. I mean, this is like the day and age we live in. But here you go. Take a look at this. There you go. Mother-in-law, son-in-law, elf ship.
No, shut up! Shut the fuck! You're all right to take. Shut up! Will you shut up? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
We've all seen that logo.
Yeah, Punch Drunk Love is it's a weird movie. It's so minimal. There's like very little that happens the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I like it, but it's something that I watched like a few times and I really don't feel the need to see again. But
no, there's a lot of things like that. There's so many movies that are like that. What did I see recently that was good? I saw something good recently. Not Rings of Power. I can tell you that. Not
you know what
that.
movie I want to watch again that I've seen like multiple times and I don't care. I'll watch it over and over. Is Adaptation. I fucking love that movie.
That's a good movie. Yeah. I mean, I like Nicolas Cage. I think that's part of it too. Nicolas Cage is great. When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. That's the Nicolas Cage thing. It's like you're either getting the one side of the coin.
Oh, I need to see Pig. I heard it's really fucking good.
You should watch Long Legs, man.
What do you mean? You trashed that fucking thing.
I did kind of trash it, but then when I watched it again, I was like, all right, there's something here.
You trashed it so hard, I didn't want to watch it.
I'd watch it, but I would watch it just, I don't know.
Do you think that director is going to get a chance to make more stuff? Or this is
of course.
Like a one and done?
No, of course. That's Oz Perkins. That's Anthony Perkins' son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby, yeah. No, there's more to it. I kept realizing like, oh, okay. This is super like occult shit. There's some occult meanings to a lot of the Long Legs movie. It's like surface level.
That's complex.
Yeah, surface level, it's bad. That's what I would say. Surface level, the movie sucks. Like underneath the neck, like it's almost a movie you have to watch twice. When you watch it twice, you're like, okay, there's some things here that are actually kind of good. That's what I realized. I was like, okay, there's actually some really fucking weird shit in this movie.
Yeah, something that I watched like really fucked up and don't remember that well is Ex Machina. That's something I want to see again because the first time I watched it, I was kind of like out of my shit and not fully
like with it. I know what you're talking about. All right, let me go through this fucking shitty. Do I even want to talk about the Rings of Power? I don't even want to talk about it.
You got to. This is the end of the whole season.
Yeah, nothing really happens. Yeah,
no, I thought fucking Sauron's back.
Sauron's been back.
Oh, not back. Shit.
He's here.
Yeah. Well, no, this is like the prequel, isn't it?
Yeah, he's basically
I'm like so out of the loop and confused on what the fuck this shit is all about.
Basically,
I need you to explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old child. You know, like I don't know what the fuck happened.
Sauron is hiding as an elf. He's like pretending to be an elf, and he's with this Celebrimbor, who is like the ring maker. He's
what is he from? Like, is he based on like orc shit?
Who, Celebrimbor?
No, Sauron. Like
Sauron is basically he
was an elf, and then
no.
He's like some like fallen angel that turned into Satan or something.
No, Sauron is basically what Gandalf is on the bad side. He's what's the name?
Like a genie.
No, it's like a
he's like a bad wizard. He's like a warlock.
Yeah, kind of. What do they call him? He's an Istar. Istar is what they would say. All right, the Valar are the gods. The Valar are the gods.
Is he also like a druid where he can shapeshift?
Yeah, he has a lot of powers.
Is there like a site that shows like what his abilities and powers are and stuff?
I mean,
Almost
I'm
like a
sure.
WoW character? Because like WoW is totally just a derivative ripoff of all this shit, Like to me, Sauron would be like a strength-based hero.
I'll show you.
Who
I'll show
has
you.
like a really strong mana pool that has secondary spells that are very strong and like buffer his weaknesses.
I just put the wrong number. All right. Powers of Sauron. Let's see. Sauron's powers.
I gotta say,
in the
like,
books.
I'm so like addicted to WoW. I still get like impulses, like
Oh,
a
me
heroin
too.
addict, to go see what kind of like updates they've
I know
made, just
exactly.
to go, just contemplate if I want to go back to the game.
I mean, I
'Cause
truly
invested,
think.
like so much time and work into the characters I made.
I mean, I truly think it's the
hard to,
best
just
game.
walk away from it.
It's the best game of all time, in my opinion. But that's
Well,
my opinion.
The crazy thing about it was like they had so many patches and different versions of what the game started as.
Yeah, there's like many bad and
It
good
was like just
times.
this like weird symbiotic creature where the fan base would
determine
give like all their wants and things they didn't like about the game, and then it would sometimes like trickle down to the people making the game, and then they'd make like wholesale changes in patches that would be really good and make the game better, which is something that I've really not experienced through most games, where it's just like, here's the game, there's a bunch of levels, you beat them, and then it ends,
Right. Exactly.
It's like a never-ending universe, and you could play it at any point of the day, at any time, because it's completely global. Like I used to play with people from Australia and New Zealand at like 5 o'clock.
Right. That's cool. That was kind of cool about it.
And it would be almost like I just woke up in Eastern time. Right. That's how active it would be. So it's
nice.
Really, that's
it was more active. Remember, like
where it's like it really never stops. And
the last
also
time we played it, it was not active. But there was a time in like 2006 to like 2012 where it was like so many people are on it. Like now,
I remember you showing a chart.
The chart's crazy.
The amount of people who played next to the profit the game made. I remember you showing that chart.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And it definitely had a hard peak and a hard drop. I'm just confused and wondering what it was that caused it to decline.
I can tell you.
So hard. Was it because of what the people designing the game did, or were there just a bunch of outside forces that caused that to happen?
I'm gonna 100% say it's just because there's the gaming culture of gamers are like they find the next game. Like it was never gonna like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people are like, oh, now there's this one out. Now there's that one out. There's so many other free games that are out, or like I pay for $60 and it's now mine. You know what I mean? Like you could just keep playing different games. No one's gonna like stay on the same game. That's gonna be like a very loyal fan base, which it does have. But you get what I mean? There's so many other options to play other games, and that game still, it doesn't look much different.
Like maybe shooters or Overwatch, but like or Diablo, but what's big enough?
The gameplay got stale. Like, all right, I get it. I do quests and I do this. It's just like it doesn't change. So it's a lot of people move on to the next game. That's how gaming works. It's whatever's the big thing right now. I don't even know. Do you know what's the big game right now? I don't even know. There's always one. That's like a forever changing thing.
Fortnite's definitely kind of like probably.
I think that's done.
Way hard by now.
Yeah, I think that one's done.
I don't know. I feel like shooters just.
I'll lose you.
Especially in America, like people just want to shoot guns at people, like in simulations. Like they don't never go away. Like think of like
here's something
all
crazy.
Successful franchises for most platforms. It's just like you were walking around with a gun and shooting people. People just want to run around and shoot guns.
I mean, this is something crazy where it shows you all these things are still relevant. Look at this. The number one game is Roblox, which is for kids. So kids are playing games.
But it's a shooter mixed with like
no, it's a fucking little kid game. Remember?
But it's a shooter mixed with like Minecraft.
And Minecraft is number 2.
Because in Fortnite, you have things that you do that are like Minecraft, so it's almost like a hybrid of. But I don't know what the fuck this Roblox shit is.
That's for little kids. It's like it's basically for little kids. There's like tons of mini games. You have a character. It's a kid thing. We do not know what that is. We're too old.
Wow, the Sims are still fucking going.
Sims are still popular. Then
The
look
Sims
at
are
this.
like Survivor for television. It's like
I mean,
it's on like season 50, and I still can't believe they find new iterations to make it interesting. For
Counter-Strike still going strong.
Yeah, it's a shooter though. I mean, come on.
League of Legends up there.
That's what I'm saying. The people just want to shoot other people in simulations. That's all they want. It's to just run around with a gun and shoot people.
Valorant. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Wait, I'm surprised. Grand Theft Auto. Oh, there it is.
Makes sense.
You
Rocket
don't
League.
remember, we wouldn't even play like the actual game in Grand Theft Auto. We would just trade off.
You just trade off killing
like
people.
psycho
And
missions
then,
to get 4 to 5 stars.
Yeah, that's the whole fun part. That's the funnest part.
With like all the SWAT teams and shit trying to kill you.
You don't want to actually play the game.
No, you just go like on a rampage and see how long you can last with like these massive forces of artillery trying to kill you from like sniper rifles and helicopters.
Exactly.
And you'll be like driving and all of a sudden like 4 SWAT cars and these giant fucking like 4-wheelers try and ramp just like go over like everyone in traffic and just ram right into you.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. What am I showing here? Yeah, look at this. World of Warcraft is still up there. It's still up there.
What's the new premise? Can we see like the last release and trailer? Yeah, I'm just curious like who the villain is. Like every release they have like a huge villain. Like remember Kel'Thuzad, the Lich guy, was like a big expansion. And then after that it was the Lich King, who was the human race guy but turned undead.
Yeah,
and then after that it was the Night Elf who's undead.
All right, I'm gonna show you the newest trailer. All right, here
Okay.
you go. Here's the newest thing we need to see.
This is like taking morphine.
It's like
or
this.
no, what is it when you're a
She's
heroin
going
addict? You need like a supplement that's not actually heroin.
This is Domino's viral pizza. Get it now, get it now, get it now. It's a medium handmade pan pizza with extra garlic, Parmesan sauce, extra cheese with cheddar blend, Philly steak, and bacon. 40% off menu price pizzas for a limited.
Pizzas.
40% off. That's a pretty good deal.
It's not a bad deal. That's our guy.
I don't
right
want
there.
to eat any of that.
That's our guy right there. Go support his channel. He's the best. Best person on the internet.
Can you actually show the World of Warcraft stuff?
All right, there's
I'm
something new.
Curious.
They just all right. There's a new expansion called The War Within. It's called The War Within. Have you heard of that yet? Read about that? You know about that? You watched Johnny Carson the other day. You know what bit I'm doing. Have you heard about that? Have you read about that?
Yeah, I've been on. I went down like a fucking wormhole. I just watched a Anne Margaret interview, and she's got like I don't know. Do you know who Anne Margaret is? She's
yeah, I know who Anne Margaret is
from like the 60s. Well, they all are from the 60s. Actually, I think he worked into the 80s, didn't he?
Johnny Carson.
And then it
90s, early 90s.
No, I thought into the 90s he was gone, and then that was the big fight with Leno and Letterman.
That's like mid 90s. No, you might be right. You might be right, because I mean I'm thinking of what's that show with Gary Shandling?
Shit. Larry Sanders Show.
Larry Sanders Show. That was kind of all about that. That was right when he kind of stopped.
But then they also there was this shit that came out just about the Leno Letterman stuff, and it had the gay guy from Best in Show playing Letterman.
Yeah.
Did you see any of that? It was pretty good.
Never saw that. All right, here is the World of Warcraft, The War Within. This is the trailer for War Within. All right, there you go.
Okay.
She's going in for some Dasha Hot.
Come on, man! I actually want to see it.
All right, fuck with you. I'm fucking with you. All right, here we go.
I know you keep fucking like Rick-rolling me over and over again with this.
I have it here.
Fucking Mungo.
Slender is the strand that guides your destiny, so easily overlooked, yet cutting deeper than the sharpest blade. Inevitably, the void consumes everything.
Azeroth calls. We must answer.
So much chaos.
All
and
looks so old.
destruction. The darkness hungers. Azeroth must be protected. We will find Xalatath. You mortals are the most wrathful creatures in existence. Your hunger for violence is insatiable.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Reminds me of Alien a little bit. Not the early Alien, the later Alien, where like they have the
For
giant
all of you.
mother.
Yeah, it reminds me of some things. I don't know. It doesn't look like.
You know what I'm talking about? Like when
I'll say this,
Sigourney
not
Weaver
super
is
enticing.
in the mech fighter and trying to kill the queen in Alien.
It's not super enticing. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not like super. All right, let's watch the cinematic. That always helps. Cinematics always do a good job with this shit. They have great cinematics. That's like their best thing.
Yeah, but it's annoying because you watch this shit and then it like doesn't look anything like the
It looks
fucking game.
nothing like it. It's all cartoons.
Anduin.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's the visions. You've seen them.
I suspect many have lately. Something, someone is calling out from the heart of the world, like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin.
I'm just gonna pause this. The Warcraft movie should have been this. You know what I mean? Like I would have got whoever makes these.
I don't know.
It would have
I
been
didn't
good.
like that movie, but it did feel like a pretty decent, funny, bad movie at the same time.
Yeah, no, definitely. But like these people who ever do these animations do it really fucking well. Like, I mean, you should have gave these guys the budget to make a fucking movie. That's what I would have done. That would have been my fucking choice, not fucking David Bowie's son.
The world needs
he
your
worked with
light.
their Gandalf ripoff guy.
Medivh?
Yeah, Medivh.
He's kind of like a
Played by
Saruman.
Ben
right?
Foster.
He's more like Saruman. He's more like a little like half
thought
evil.
He wasn't. I thought he wasn't like that other than in the movie. Like I thought all throughout the gameplay he helps you and guides you. For some reason in the movie,
I don't remember
they
that.
it all up and made him like a whole different type of character.
Was he mage?
Yeah, so like when you do the gameplay, which is the non-online stuff, he's like there, like mentoring you and guiding you through every level and like providing help. So it was a little weird in the movie. They made him, like you said, like a villain almost. I don't think he was the main villain. He was like a subplot.
Well, you know who's the most villainous of all this is Amazon for making the Rings of Power.
I'm retarded?
I feel watching Amazon Rings of Power.
I'm retarded?
Bullshit artist.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Oh yeah. All right, let me finish this. I'll show you the finale trailer. And I got nothing to say about the show. It's not good. It was hard for me to watch.
You
Hard
have
for me to,
anything positive?
I have nothing positive to say. Some things look
It
nice.
was better than last year.
Yeah, there's that one episode I told you about. You can go back. There's one episode that I actually liked, and that was it. Everything after that, oh god, it's so bad. The one episode where that ends, they had Tom Bombadil, but they made him lame. By the end of this show, they made him fucking lame.
Yeah, in The Hobbit, he's a druid, right? And then doesn't he turn into a bear and help fight?
No, that's Bjorn. Different character. No,
what does he do?
All right. He's not in Lord of the Rings. He's not in the movies. He's in the book, and in the book,
He's the Hobbit.
No, he's not in the Hobbit. He's in the book. In the book, Merry and Pippin and Frodo and Sam, they get like caught by this weeping willow. It's like a tree, and it swallows them up, and then they're like stuck in there. And then this guy comes along and like lets them out, and it's Tom Bombadil. And then they go to his house for like a night. He's got this hot ass fucking elf wife, and he like gives them like butter and fucking. He's like he's this weird creature that's like before. He's like the first creature of Middle Earth. That's basically what he is. And like once they made the world, then they made him.
This is like bread with it.
Yeah, no, I think yeah. Oh, he's got this hot ass elf fucking like wife. He's but even the elf wife is kind of like I think a river spirit. He's like a forest spirit that's embodied in a man. And then his wife is like this river spirit that's embodied in a woman. So it's a weird combo. It's a cool character. They didn't do it justice, and I was kind of waiting for like when are you gonna show her his hot ass elf wife? That's what I was thinking. Like Goldberry is her name, Goldberry. But didn't show that. But they gave I don't know too much time to him. He's sort of like Gandalf's teacher in this, which doesn't really make any sense. Like Tom Bombadil wouldn't give a shit about teaching anyone. It's like it's just not the nature of. He's like a forest tender. That's all he does. He tends the forest. That kind of thing.
He's like a shepherd.
He's a part. Yeah, he is. He's a forest shepherd. Yes, that's actually exactly what he is. He's like the shepherd of the earth. That's like what he was designed to be. Here's the finale teaser. It's terrible. Oh no! I don't want to hear your fucking outro song, Amazon.
What would you say are your like main issues with it that holds it back? Like, is there anything?
It's just boring. I don't think they're really telling a story.
Changed it up and
the main issue
that it actually could be good, or it's just so far gone.
The main issue is that they're not telling any stories. It's just there is no stories. It's just like it's like fan fiction. It's like fan fiction. Let's just repeat what we have. There's no story being told. And like it's just this is basically $1 billion fan fiction.
You've showed me re-edits of.
Oh, I don't think any re-edits
that you made that have been good. I don't think it's completely devoid of somebody to.
No, because there's no
resources of something and still produce something good from it. You know,
there's honestly no thread line. Like, there's no thread line where there's actually a story. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just things happen. Things happen because things happen because Middle Earth. I feel like Red Letter Media. It's like things happen because franchise. You know what I mean? Like things happen because X, Y. Like there's no point of the story. You know what I mean? Like that's my issue with this. Like I'm fine if you're trying to tell a story, but like there is no story here. And also there's no threat because you know Lord of the Rings, which everyone probably watches this knows Lord of the Rings. You know that like, okay, yeah, Gandalf makes it alive. Galadriel makes it alive. Elrond's alive. Who gives a shit? And I mean, we did see like the Balrog getting dug up by the doors, but it's like, yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. You know, like, yeah, we know what happens. We know what happens to Khazad-dûm. We know what happens to fucking X, Y, and Z. Then you got the fucking Isildur shit, where the Numenors, we know, yeah, they come over to Middle Earth and they become like the kings. If you know anything about this shit, you know it's just the end result. There's no like questions. It's just boring. You know, like if you're gonna make something new, that'd be great. I mean, that's the whole issue with a lot of things. No one makes anything new. That's the big issue with Hollywood. It's a cash grab. On like basically Amazon knew, okay, there's X amount of people that love Lord of the Rings. Let's just make a fucking show for them, and we know that these fucking faggots are gonna watch it because they like Lord of the Rings. That's basically what it is. Same thing with Star Wars. It's like, why do we have to make anything new? We know these faggots are gonna watch it. It's basically that. Same thing with the Alien movie. It's like we know people like Alien. That's it. We'll just make another one. They'll go watch it. They'll eat this shit up. It's the sad part of Hollywood is that there's nothing creative going on. It's very sad because around this time when Lord of the Rings did come out, like the 2000s era, we had so much creativity. You know, Lord of the Rings is exactly that. Peter Jackson, we had Gladiator. There was just so much good things coming out around the same time. Harry Potter. I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of it, but it turned out great. You know, like the first couple movies and all that. But now you just don't see any creativity. It's just like, let's fucking mine this shit until it's asshole bleeds. We're gonna fuck this till it's asshole bleeds. That's where we live in. Like, we live in the asshole bleed part. We're gonna fuck this until its asshole is bleeding. That's it. That's the day and age you live in. It's sad. I just it's sad. I wish there was let's just say this. Let's just say Amazon. There are so many fucking fantasy novels and fantasy series. Like, what if you just put your money into a new fantasy series? That's what I would have done. Why the fuck not? You know, there's tons of them. You know, people like Game of Thrones. You know, why not just do something else? That would have been my choice. I also give people creative freedom. I don't know. That would have been great. Something new. Something that, like, you know, my era when we were younger, we had Lord of the Rings. Give something for the younger people. Give something for kids. I don't know. How
They
come
have
they're
that. It's that fucking
no one
James
likes
Cameron shit.
Avatar?
Yeah,
That's not that new either.
it's pretty new.
I mean, not the first one.
I don't know. People love it.
The first one's from 2004, right? 2009? 2009. No, but I mean, why not like something newer? Why not something new? You know, give them fucking something new. You don't have
Because
to fucking do the same shit.
it's safer to just use
It's safer. is what
franchises
it
that
is.
already worked.
It's safer. It's pussy shit. You know, that's all it is. It's pussy shit.
It's like Ghostbusters.
Exactly. It's exactly like Ghostbusters. And also that Ghostbusters movie, like those past, they sucked. They suck shit. So it's like, why do this? Why sink tons of money into this? They're not good. It's like, do you think you're gonna make a story that's better than the original one? Like, no way. You're not gonna make a better story. So just know that. You know what I mean? It's obvious. It's sad. It's sad. And that's why I think the one thing, like a genre that actually always works in movies is horror. Because I feel like you have to do new things.
And action. I feel like drama is where it's really hard.
I think drama is so much. No, I disagree. I think drama has so many options to go. I just don't think it gets the audience. You know what I mean? You have
That's
so
what
many.
I'm saying. It's like, I feel like horror and action, you don't have to really
You're gonna get the audience.
convince or sell anybody on anything. It's just there, like the floor is there and stable. But
I
with
think there's a lot of
genre,
risks.
like very well written and acted, and people have to really buy into it. You know, it really takes more effort.
I think with horror, they give the filmmakers more risks, where they like, all right, you like, you know what I mean? Like you could like look at Evil Dead, like weird ass fucking movie, like, and then that did.
It's going to go back to making horror movies.
No, I think if they give horror movies, you know, first off, they have a low budget anyway. These the people who make horror movies actually have like they like use their budget to the most, like to the highest possibility that they can. So, like, look at the Terrifier. Look how big that is now. That's a fucking like shitty ass fucking budget. You know, like that thing, and it's like they didn't have to spend a lot to actually make the movie, and it turns out to be a hit. There's a lot of movies like that. That's horror. Horror in general is that. It's like the only genre this day and age that actually like low budget and actually turns a profit. Now, like, look at this, like, look at all these superhero movies. They're $300 million for what? To get like maybe $500 million back, where you actually lose money? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. I mean, I truly don't think these movies actually cost $300 million. I think it's all Hollywood money laundering. I'm almost positive of that.
Yeah, have you
You
seen
think these movies
anything-
actually cost $300 million? I do not.
Have you seen anything on like a documentary or something kind of tracking all that?
I mean, they claim it's all taxed, right? Like I mean, I'm sure these are the scumbags. They're gonna like act like it did, but you know that these fucking movies don't cost $300 million. No fucking way. No fucking
Really,
way.
when you told me what that She-Hulk show cost,
Yeah, it was like fucking
like my fucking brain melted.
It's crazy. I mean,
Like,
same
where
with
is that shit going?
dude. I think it's all going to like, I don't know.
Hedge funds and weird embezzled insider trading bullshit. You know, that's what's so fucked up about trying to get into the stock market. It's like, you know, half of the shit that's going on is just manipulated fucking insider trading shit that you have no knowledge of, and you're just some idiot like trying to get lucky.
Yeah, She-Hulk, by the way, was $25 million an episode. $25 million an episode. There are movies that you can make for like $5 million. You know what I mean? Like, I think like American Fiction. How much was American Fiction? Like a nominated movie, award-winning movie. How much was that? $10 million. And that's, you know, like look at that. She-Hulk, $25 million an episode. The total thing that they paid for that was $225 million. for like complete shit. You know what I mean? Like look at where Hollywood puts their money into complete shit. It's sad. This is another example. I think Lord of the Rings. I think the Rings of Power. Let's do that. Rings of Power. Rings of Power. Budget per episode. $58 million per episode. $58 million. That is like, you can make fucking 10 movies for that are like low budget. Give it to someone who actually like wants to make a movie. You know, like sad. You know, like that's sad. This is what you get. You get fucking short elf hair bullshit. Bad lore. Doesn't actually match what you want. None of the fans give a shit about it. Why would you do this? It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh wait, next week might be a Diddy episode. I've been gathering up more Diddy information. You know about this? Because there's been more Diddy information. 120 different people came out against Diddy.
120?
120. It's like getting nuts.
It's like Weinstein on steroids.
Oh yeah. Here you go. Sean Diddy Combs hit with. Here we go. This will be how we end it. Sean Diddy Combs hit with. Oh, no, I don't want to do this. Oh no, I won't do this. What do they make me do? Sean Diddy Combs hit with a wave of 120 new sexual assault allegations. It's all coming out. The freak offs. He's fucked. Do you know who he's sharing a room with? You hear about that?
What, in prison?
Yeah.
Who's that guy who faked like he got hung by Trump people? Chalamet? No, not Chalamet.
It's this guy, the guy who was taking all this Bitcoin money that was fake or something.
Oh fuck! I just was talking about him earlier today.
FTX, that
People
guy.
were talking about how
He's in a room with him.
They were pissed off. They missed out on all the Bitcoin stuff.
Yeah, this is fucking weird.
And I told them, like, yeah, you could have lucked out on Bitcoin, but you also could have got roped into some absolute shit like this where you got fucked over.
I just feel like I think the powers that be knew, like, yeah, this guy Diddy, he ain't making any more money for us. Fuck him, throw him under. I think that's all it was. You think he's gonna make more money for anybody? No, that's it. I can't wait until Beyonce and Jay-Z get taken down. That'll be the next story once they go down. There's gonna be a lot of people that go down from this, though. That's undeniable.
It's kind of weird when Obama won. They were almost like the other first and second people in office. You know, it was like a very strange relationship where they were like forcibly hanging out with each other all the time and being seen with each other all the time.
Oh yeah, no, I mean there's so much weird shit that's coming about. Just also the passing around of their like sacrificial lambs. Like look at this. This is weird, and this is a grown woman. It's just this is obvious. This is like a sacrificial lamb.
What was the source that you got the whole Obama being gay wearing dashiki in the White House thing from?
Oh, I think Dave knows about that. He knew that. That was hilarious. I have to look that up. I have to find that again.
Wow! I feel violated right now. Wow.
Just lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like I was. That was great.
What the fuck?
Wow! Look at your eyes. What
it's funny how like
they're not trying to hide it.
It's funny how like underage boys getting fucked is so different than underage girls. There's such a different standard. Where like, oh, you got the hot teacher to have sex with you or something, you know?
Yeah, you know, I kind of agree with that though. I kind of get it.
Yeah, I mean it's just
But again, if I had a fucking daughter, I'd be fucking
there's so many
crazy about that.
Examples of the other compared to this, to where it's so overwhelming, where you really just don't even think or care about it that it matters.
It's funny though. It's like if you had a 16-year-old son that's like, oh, he's having sex, like, nice. You'd be like, nice. But you have a 16-year-old daughter that's having sex. You'd be like,
don't you
what
remember?
and then you'd hear like it's a black dude. It's a black dude. You'd be like, what the
guy
fuck?
Who was fucking Anthony Napoliello's mom or some shit, and then it went on to stem to like other families, and then I feel like it resulted in like some tragic event with what's someone name? Sean,
a friend of ours dad shot himself in the head because his wife was
he lived
like a 16-year-old. He lived for like a year.
You know, it's so fucking
like
crazy how like psychotic and dark that whole shit was, but it just like was just some gossip bullshit that people brought up. But that's like fucking horrific, awful fucking stuff.
It was so dark. I mean, watch this. Let's see this. Just look at how, like, you know, Justin Bieber, like, at 16, had, like, a 29-year-old girlfriend, too. Like, that's fucking weird. That's weird. No 29-year-old wants to fucking date a 16-year-old unless you're a fucking creep. You're a fucking creep. Justin Bieber. I mean, look at it reverse.
Well, people want to act like...
Look at it reverse.
People want to act like female pedos aren't a thing, you know? Because it's just a weird double standard where everyone just congratulates the guy for being able to fuck him, and it really doesn't.
It's pretty wrong.
It really doesn't factor in the same way like they're mentally manipulated, you know, and groomed.
Exactly.
Like that guy from Kick-Ass. He's married to like the director of some.
Yeah, she's pretty attractive though.
Like,
he's got like a milk.
Years old or something. It's like
she's looking pretty good though.
Something's going on here.
She's not looking bad though. She ain't looking bad.
Photo op with the two of them together or something.
I don't know. She's actually not that bad looking.
I'm not saying she's bad looking. I'm talking about the double standard in a weird way.
There is, but she ain't terrible looking.
Solely on like male predators, but then when it goes the other way, it's almost like you're either
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Like you're like some stud who's like just
I'm wrong. She's not good looking
woman or something like what's that movie with Dustin Hoffman?
No, I'm wrong. This is creepy. That's all I'm gonna say. This is creepy as fuck. I'm gonna show you
the Mrs. Robinson complex. You know,
look at this. Yeah, that's different. I mean, I get it.
I like watch that movie.
No, I mean, I like older women.
How like he's totally manipulated and guilted into having sex with her. It's not really something he's looking to do.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm a perv, but I've had sex with older women. But
no, I'm not saying it's like.
But look at this on the left. Look at this. This is weird.
Not something I don't want to do, or it's not good. I'm saying
this is weird.
The way that it functions between men and women is so different. You know, like if a woman does it, it's cool and sexy. If a man does it, you're a predator and a pedophile. You know.
I mean, I will say this lady's not attractive. Actually, I'm totally wrong. She's not attractive. She looks like his mom. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way to say it. That does not look like his girl. I mean, he's a good-looking dude. Come on, like, you're with this? Unless maybe he's fucking other people. I mean, like maybe he's doing that. Maybe he's just like, I'm with her because I know I'm fucking whoever the fuck I want. It could be that. That could be the deal. You never know. He's a fucking Hollywood guy. This guy kind of like, he's not that popular anymore, right? Aaron Taylor.
I only know him from Kick-Ass.
Yeah, I mean, I heard he was going to be Superman, but he did not get that part. I don't know. I don't think he's that popular. He's not good. I know he's not good.
He lost to Henry Cavill.
No, I think it's some random fuck. It's some random fuck.
Maybe he just can't act.
He's okay. I mean, that's the case.
The last thing I saw him in was
he's got that model.
He's Avengers shit where he plays Elizabeth Olsen's brother.
Oh, and he's got like a bad Russian accent.
Yeah, it's really
Yes,
bad.
I remember that. Yeah,
They're both bad.
They're both bad. All right, well, I gotta go, man.
We covered
Rings
a
of Power.
lot.
We didn't. We really didn't.
No. I mean, we covered a lot, not film wise.
We didn't cover a lot, but we did. But next week, probably Diddy episode. I'm tracking the news because I've been tracking it for like a week and a half. And I'm
I won't be surprised.
I want to get more Diddy shit.
He gets Epstein where somehow the footage of him getting murdered in prison got lost. How did he
and
hang himself?
A lot of people say the whole Diddy thing's a distraction away from Israel, world issues. I don't know. No one cares about Israel. We'll see.
I mean, it does seem convenient that the Diddy
election
stuff happens as the election's going.
How about this? Have you noticed how the gas prices have been cheaper? Like way cheaper?
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, you noticed that?
I didn't notice until you brought it up, and then
pretty convenient, huh?
noticed.
A little convenient, huh? Right for election. It's very interesting. It's almost a.
Well, and then also
I got gas today, the lowest I've gotten in 2 years.
As a faction gets in office, they immediately want to go to war with people who have control of oil.
Oh well, both these parties want to go to war.
It's like without fail. It's like, okay,
oh yeah,
let's go carpet bomb a bunch of people with drones.
Exactly, a bunch of brown people that have oil, have resources we want. But all right, until next time, Wizard_Shack. Investigate 311.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just happy everyone got to see.
I missed your thing there. I was gonna play a clip to end. All right, I'm playing it. Investigate 311.
I'm just happy everyone got to see me.
Investigate 311.